Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Studio Talks. We had an amazing week of making new music this previous week and everything. Thank you guys for everybody supporting out the live at Ultralord and actually checking out the videos that we're doing and all the live stuff that we're doing. But now today, I want to talk to you about something that's really cool because this is a sponsored video. We have this dope company that's backing us up and supporting us with this new studio gear, and then they're giving us free equipment to use for us to promote and everything. So shout out to Crash Crusaders and Welkom. If you guys are looking for the dopest secondhand studio gear, even first-hand stuff, they got you covered from PA systems, microphones, instruments, cables, and many more. So if you are a musician in Welkom, you're looking for something dope where you can get yourself reasonably priced gear, second-hand and first-hand, go to Crash Crusaders and remind them that your boy Ultralord sent you. So today we're gonna be checking out something hella amazing, something hella dope. I got my hands on the X1A, or as we in the engineering world, the audio world, we call the X1A, which is it's a discontinued microphone from the late 2000s, and I would say it's quite a cool workhorse. I mean, like, I've used condenser microphones like a lot in the studio. Like, I love them. I just like the high end it gives, much better than ribbons and dynamic microphones. Well, it actually depends on which one you buy, but that's not the point. But they're much better than some of the dynamic microphones I use because, like I said, I work in the studio. I need something clear. But one thing that when I did my research on this microphone is that they claim to be that microphone is going to be your first mic, and you will never want to change microphones from that mic ever again. So I put it through the tests. I use it for a bit, and I'm gonna do a little bit of an unboxing, which I kind of already did, but I put the clips in. But cool. But what I have seen with the microphone, just going on straight feels. Let me actually take it out for you real quick. So we got the SEX1, or the SEX1 as we call it, and straight out the box, this microphone looks good. It has that studio quality look, and what I like about it's the body of the microphone. It's made from an all metal body. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels like you can drop it a couple of times and this baby will still work. I might even drop it right now. The only thing I have a problem with the aesthetics of this microphone is just this grilled mesh on top over here. It's a little bit soft. Not too soft, but I feel like with enough force you might dent the mesh that's protecting the capsule. But other than that, actually no, and the second problem that I have besides the grill mesh is that these buttons on the side, yeah, they're a little bit also too soft. They click in a little too easy. So say if I hook it up on my mic stand or something and then I like touch the button a little bit, I might deactivate the high pass filter or the dB pad, and it might just go back to sound. The only way I can hear it is by the sound of it. But then, like I said, it's a little bit too soft on the buttons. You can see for yourself. Very soft, very easy to move around. But yeah, but other than that, those are the only cons that I really had on the body of the microphone, just the look and everything. What I really dug about the microphone, that they put themselves like a internal foam thing inside here to like just suppress the hard S's of this microphone. It tends to be a little bit too sensitive. But enough talking about that. Let's talk about the specifications of this microphone. To start off, it has a 2 1/3 inch capsule inside this microphone. So it's quite small. It's smaller than your standard what you call condenser microphones you have today, but still good enough to do the job, still record a lot of different instruments and everything. It's actually a very good workhorse. This has a cardioid pickup pattern. Now, if you don't know what a cardio pickup pattern, think of it like a heart shape, hence why the name cardioid, that goes around the microphone, meaning that it's more sensitive in the front than it is at the back. So it's very good at rejecting sound at the back of the microphone, which is, like I said, is perfect to use in the studio, because if you're in an untreated room and your room doesn't sound too nice, you can use a microphone like that to put it in the middle of the room or whatever, and then you use that to isolate the standing waves or anything that just doesn't sound so good in your microphone. Very good tops on that. This microphone also has a high pass filter built inside the microphone, which is quite cool, meaning that you can filter out all the low rumble, all the low noise and everything inside the microphone prior. The unfortunate part, I might be wrong about this, but it sounds like it filters from about 90 hertz above. So that 90 hertz, 100 hertz, 135 over there, you're losing. That's the way I hear it. I wouldn't necessarily put it on if I'm doing my vocals, because there's a lot of with me, like, well, how I mix, I like using that low bass just for a little bit hum for, like, if I'm doing like hip hop joints or anything like that. But also nice, it has a minus 20 dB pad built inside the microphone as well. Again, for pad, if you don't know what that is in the audio world, is that if you have something that's generating a loud noise, or that's just really loud, that even if you turn it down on your interface and it's still peaking in reds, you can slap on a pad and it just reduces 20 dBs of that, makes it like less sensitive to whatever you're recording. Plus what's cool, if your microphone has a minus 20 dB pad and you hold it in with your interface, that's another 20, that's like 40 dBs gone. So if you're recording things like drums, anything like big choirs or whatever that's like really, 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 really loud, put yourself on one of those things. This microphone also records from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So that's exactly the same as the human hearing, the range that you can hear. So you have from your lows to your lowest all the way to your highest, which I say perfect for anything. A little bit of you lose a little bit on as you go lower, just a tiny bit, but you see on the frequency response of this microphone. Last thing I want to talk about, this microphone is an XLR microphone, meaning that it's 3 male XLR points at the bottom. Also means that since it's a condenser microphone, it needs 48 volts phantom power to use. So meaning if your interface doesn't have 48 volts, if your mixer doesn't have 48 volts, you can forget about it. But that's standard nowadays. Like how I use this thing and how my thoughts about it, I actually do recommend this microphone for anybody who just started out recording. If you still new to this and you still want to, just start out, newbie obviously, and you don't have money to spend on very expensive microphones, because microphones can get expensive. But now a microphone like this, since they discontinued, they don't make them anymore, and they don't have a support line for your microphone. So if it breaks or whatever, you're on your own. You gotta find another technician to fix it. So you can walk away with a microphone like this between 1,000, 2,000 rand, South African. And you can get yourself a pretty good deal with this. So you can, like I said, with a microphone like this, you can record from anything from guitars, from vocals to drums. This is a very good kick drum if you're on a tight budget. But again, these are all just tools. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, staying in with me and keeping up with the Ultralord. Remember to catch us every week at Live at Ultralord. Shout out to Ego for hooking us up with the starting out this whole thing. We got also the Ultralord show that's also coming up this week. We have a lot of cool interviews that have been lined up. We have more reviews. Actually, you should hit us up and tell us what do you guys want to hear from Studio Talk, and let's talk about it. What reviews you want us to do, what tracks, if you have tracks you want us to send to review, send us music at my email. You just check it out over there, or just follow me also on my Facebook page and get it over there. But I want to just give you guys a big shout out, big thanks. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.